Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Continuing from our last Singapore video, we're on our way to grab dinner and passing through Marina Bay Sands to get to the MRT station. Marina Bay Sands is an integrated resort fronting Marina Bay. It has a hotel, high-end restaurants, two floating crystal pavilions with one housing Louis Vuitton, an art science museum, and of course all the shops at Marina Bay Sands Mall, among other things. There's also an art installation inside here called the Rain Oculus, which functions as both a skylight and a rain collector. Outside, at the event plaza, you can watch Spectra, which is a free light and water show. This place is massive and you can easily spend a whole day here. Unfortunately, we were short on time and we were hungry. We strongly recommend visiting the Art Science Museum. These are some of the clips we took back in 2020 before the lockdown. It's the world's first art science museum featuring major exhibitions that blend art, science, culture and technology.
This one.
That's very subtle. I thought you meant this one.
No, the one with the dumpling light.
Because you can never have too many dumplings in your life. We went to Dumpling Darlings on Circular Road. They have interesting variations of dumplings and noodles. Not how your grandma used to do it, and they were delicious. They also serve cocktails. It can get crowded, especially on Fridays, so it's not a bad idea to have a reservation. Circular Road runs parallel to Boat Quay, and the area was once the busiest part of the old port of Singapore. Now, the carefully conserved shophouses on it are occupied by various bars, pubs, and restaurants.
We still have time before the light show.
Yes.
Let's get coffee first.
A good one. I'm feeling a bit sleepy. The following day, we headed to Jewel, Changi Airport. It's a nature-themed entertainment and retail complex that's directly connected to the arrival hall of Terminal 1. You can also reach it from Terminal 2 and 3 via a link bridge, but you need to take the free shuttle bus if you're coming from Terminal 4. There are several attractions here, but the main one is the HSBC Rain Vortex, which is the world's tallest indoor waterfall. It's located at the center of Jewel and surrounded by Shiseido Forest Valley. The light and sound showcase is at 8 p.m. and 9 p.m. with an extra show time at 10 p.m. from Friday to Sunday and public holidays.
It's starting.
This is the actual light show.
You don't want to go?
Special, look.
Yeah.
Now I understand why people stay a whole day at Changi Airport.
Yeah, you need the whole day for this.
And you can see that?
Yeah.
The bouncy...
Where they jump around inside the net. Yeah, the trampolines, yeah.
Yeah, but let's eat first.
Yeah.
See another time. We went to Din Tai Fung, which is popular for its xiao long bao, broth-filled dumplings steamed in a bamboo basket. The restaurant has won many awards, including the coveted Michelin star at its Hong Kong branch, and boasts a menu of different kinds of dumplings and noodles. Did we mention that Changi Airport has been rated as the world's best airport several times? It's the only airport that we would visit just to hang out. With a wide variety of global cuisine available, Changi Airport also takes the #1 spot of the top airports for foodies. You can also do your groceries here in a pinch. The Super Tree Grove isn't the only attraction at Gardens by the Bay. On our way to the Flower Dome, we passed by the Malay Garden, Chinese Garden, and Indian Garden, which are 3 out of the 4 heritage gardens. The 4th one is the Colonial Garden, which we have visited previously.
We're going into the Flower Dome first.
The Flower Dome holds the Guinness World Record for the largest greenhouse. Its volume is equivalent to 75 Olympic-sized swimming pools and is covered with 3,332 glass panels. The Flower Dome has several parts that you can explore, so be sure to check out all of them. You will see a variety of unusual plants native to a range of unique habitats, from the Mediterranean region to the South African savannas. The temperatures are kept between 23 degrees and 25 degrees Celsius, so it's also a good respite from Singapore's hot and humid weather. Our favorites were the bottle trees and the succulent garden, full of cacti, aloes and crassulas.
I'm fascinated by so many things.
And this is an Australian baobab.
Yeah, look at the trunk and the funny
Branches.
They also have lithops, which is a genus of succulent plants in the ice plant family and are native to southern Africa, often known as pebble plants or living stones. They avoid being eaten by blending in with surrounding rocks. It's the first time we have seen them and they look super unreal. It's quite festive here with all the Lunar New Year exhibitions. The lantern displays in the flower field at the center of the Flower Dome were also really amazing. Next, we visited the cloud forest, which had Avatar, the experience.
It's the first time in the cloud forest and it's very special because it's the Avatar experience.
An immersive event taking visitors to the alien world of Pandora. As the name of the attraction suggests, it's based on the highest grossing movie of all time, Avatar. There are several interactive zones and exciting installations, such as a firepod, bioluminescent environments, mystical creatures, flora, and of course, the Na'vi. The cloud forest is home to one of the world's tallest indoor waterfalls, which is 35 meters high, and a mountain covered with lush vegetation native to cloud forest habitats, typically found around 2,000 meters above sea level.
Let's go to the lost world.
Yeah.
If you're visiting, make sure to go up the aerial pathways. To say that we were impressed is an understatement. There's also a 6 feet tall animatronic banshee that's programmed to react to crowds. And let's not forget the eel, the latest marine creature from the second Avatar movie, The Way of Water. In the finale room, there's a dreamy light installation that we thought was quite sensational. We were also amazed by the secret garden, which was the last part we passed by before exiting the cloud forest.
Oh wow, you need a whole day for this. Towards the end, you also get information that it's really important to protect the rainforest, things that we could do to reduce global warming, but it's not just every human being, it's big companies that should do big things to protect our planet.
We headed to Takashimaya shopping center at Orchard Road the day after for some retail therapy.
Have you processed the GST?
Yes.
Or was it automatic?
No,
Did Watson's...
They did everything for me, so I just...
Watson's did everything?
Yeah, I need to scan it at the airport, my passport, and then collect it.
And you also managed to borrow a power bank from them.
Takashimaya service is amazing, because my battery was on 1%, and I asked that the information, and they sent me here and got it. And I just returned it. So, yes!
Orchard Road was once an unnamed road, home to fruit orchards, nutmeg plantations, and pepper farms. Now, it's a retail and dining paradise with discount outlets, department stores, and upscale boutiques alongside luxury hotels.
But don't miss out on Tangs, as I call
Tangs.
it.
Here, you will find Tangs, one of Singapore's oldest department stores. Its design pays homage to the Forbidden City.
This is one of my favorite buildings. Never been inside.
Never been inside?
I think so, not in the beginning.
I think you've been inside.
But the roof impresses me every time.
Right across is Ayer Orchard, a famously futuristic-looking mall, with dazzling lights on its facade and conveniently located above the Orchard MRT station. There are several bakeries around Singapore where you can grab some snacks and coffee on the go. One of our favorite chains is Bread Talk. They have cheap local coffee and a nice selection of pastries. Being foodies ourselves, we dropped by one of the outlets in Marina Bay Financial Center before heading to Lau Pa Sat. Lau Pa Sat is a historic building in the central area of Singapore. It was first built in 1824 as a fish market on the waterfront and rebuilt in 1838. It was then relocated and rebuilt at the present location in 1894. The market remains one of the oldest Victorian structures in Southeast Asia and is currently a food court.
How's the marshmallow for you?
I like it.
Afterwards, we went to explore the area around Telok Ayer Street. It's part of Chinatown, and several shophouses here have been restored to their original state. There are also some religious buildings along this road, and one particularly stands out, the Thian Hock Keng or Thian Fu Temple, literally Palace of Heavenly Happiness.
This is all new to me. The smells, the decorations, the rituals. Very fascinating, yeah.
It is the oldest and most important temple of the Hokkien people in Singapore and was gazetted as a national monument on July 6 in 1973. Beside it is the Nagore Dargah, is a shrine built by Muslims from southern India between 1828 and 1830. When the shrine was first built, Telok Ayer Street was a sandy beach crowded with sailing craft and a landing ground for immigrants, hence giving its name Telok Ayer in Malay, which translates to bay and water. Just a few steps away is Al-Abrar Mosque. It is one of the earliest mosques in Singapore and also gazetted as a national monument on the same day as Nagore Dargah on November 19 in 1974.
What does it say?
Street by the bay, because this is all reclaimed land.
Yeah.
The temple that we saw was actually the end of Singapore, the natural land.
Okay.
So all of Marina Bay Sands and that whole area is reclaimed land. is quite impressive. Also Gardens by the Bay.
Yeah.
So good architects and good engineers. Let's go.
Let's go. You want to see the lanterns?
Of course, this is what we here. And I hope they have like hopefully street food because
Yeah.
I'm a bit hungry. Yeah, that would be great.
Lunar New Year, or Spring Festival, is undoubtedly the most important event in the Chinese calendar. So, we went back to see the lantern displays at the heart of Chinatown. The installations are very vibrant and pretty. Chinatown is divided into 5 districts, and we think that you definitely need more than one day to explore all of them. As for food, you will never go hungry here. It has a good mix of local eateries, cafes and restaurants, which you can check out while exploring its heritage streets. As we did not have dinner yet, we opted to have a takeaway mala hot pot from a stall near People's Park Complex. Mala hot pot is a spicy stir-fried Chinese dish and one of our favorites. We get to choose our ingredients and a level of spiciness before the cook prepares the dish. While waiting for our food, we grabbed some snacks nearby. Getting food from local eateries or hawker centers in Singapore is much cheaper than eating out in Europe, and the food here is actually really good. We didn't go up to the parking lot of People's Park Complex this time as we have been there before. It's one of the go-to places where influencers go for their photos.
Let's go back and get our dinner. Maybe it's ready. It's heavy. Super heavy.
Yeah, you will have to carry it as well. We will swap.
After picking up our order, we headed to the link bridge right across the complex and took one last look at the lanterns before continuing to Pagoda Street. This pedestrian street is lined up with beautiful shophouses occupied by restaurants and souvenir shops. Some of the tourist attractions that you can visit nearby are the Buddha Tooth Relic Temple and Sri Mariamman Temple, but unfortunately we didn't have the time again and it was getting late.
Let's head home.
Yeah?
It's a bit late.
Well,
We still have to eat dinner.
oh my god, I want to try durian.
You bought durian?
Thank you.
There are also fruit stalls where you can try durian if you feel adventurous. You will either hate it or love it. There's nothing in between. What else can we say about Chinatown? It's a one-stop destination with lots to see, eat and do.
Sweet onions. Really like sweet onions, okay? Very sweet. Not too bad.
Not too bad.
It has all kinds of flavors, my god. But not disgusting.
So that's it for Singapore. We're flying off to Thailand, so watch us in the next video. But before that, please like and subscribe.